Jose Rizal. Greatly known for his intellect and endeavors, we often forget that he was still just another man. And like all other men, he too once loved and had his heart broken. Before settling in with Josephine Bracken, he met different fair ladies like Leonor Rivera, Gertrude Beckett, and many more. These ladies are the ones we'll be discussing today. And without further ado, let us begin. Seiko Usui, or as we commonly know her as Osei's son. The two met during Rizal's vacation in Yokohama when she was 23 years old. She served as Rizal's interpreter during his stay as well as his teacher. She taught him about Japanese history as well as impart her linguistic knowledge with him. It is from her that Rizal learned to read and write Nihongo. In a short period of time, their friendship bloomed into affection. Seiko's beauty and affection almost tempted Rizal to settle down in Japan for good. However, he couldn't, because he had work to be done and a duty to fulfill. With a heavy heart, he wrote a letter saying goodbye, and on the 13th of April, 1888, Rizal boarded a steamer called Belly and moved to US.
In 1882, when Rizal was a student at the Universidad Central de Madrid, he frequented the home of Don Pablo Ortiga y Vey, the former city mayor of Manila. He lived with his son Rafael and his daughter Consuelo. Rizal, though he wasn't a handsome man, possessed a great deal of charisma and was gifted with many talents and a deeply noble character. For this reason, it is of no surprise that Consuelo, the prettier of Don Pablo's daughters, was very taken with him. Being lonely and somewhat isolated in a foreign country, Rizal found comfort in Consuelo's vivacious company. He wrote her a poem entitled A la Señorita COEP, in which he expressed his great admiration for the lady. Rizal's romance with Consuelo did not turn into a serious affair. He decided to take a step back for two reasons. First, he was still engaged to Leonor Rivera at that time, and second, he was aware of his friend's affection for the girl and he did not want to ruin their friendship over her.
Nelly Busted. Rizal, having lost Leonor Rivera, entertained the thoughts of courting other ladies. While a guest of the Busted family at the residence in the resort of City of Biarritz, he had befriended the two pretty daughters of his host, Eduardo Busted. Rizal used to friends with the sisters at the studio of Juan Luna. Antonio Luna, once brother and also a frequent visitor of the Busteds, courted Nelly, but she was deeply infatuated with Rizal. In a party held by Filipinos in Madrid, a drunken Antonio Luna uttered unsavory remarks against Nelly Busted. This prompted Rizal to challenge Luna into a duel. Fortunately, Luna apologized to Rizal, thus averting tragedy of the compatriots. Their love affair unfortunately did not end in marriage. It failed because Rizal refused to be converted to the Protestant faith, as Nelly demanded, and Nelly's mothers did not like a physician without enough paying clientele to be son-in-law. The lovers, however, parted as good friends when Rizal left Europe. While Rizal was in London annotating the successos de las Islas Filipinas, he boarded in the house of the Beckett family, within walking distance of the British Museum. Gertrude, a blue-eyed and a buxom girl, was the oldest of the three Beckett daughters. She fell in love with Rizal. Totti helped him in his painting and sculpture, but Rizal suddenly left London for Paris to avoid Gertrude, who was seriously in love with him. Before leaving London, he he was able to finish the group carving with the Beckett sisters. He gave the group carving to Gertrude as a sign of their brief relationship.
Leonor was a colegiala when she became romantically involved with her distant relative, Jose Rizal. But one day, he left for Spain and left a poem which had not washed away the sorrow she felt of her lover's departure. And one day in Spain, Rizal received a letter announcing Leonor's marriage. The mail signaled the death of Rizal's 11-year love affair with Leonor. On the day of his execution, Rizal turned towards the sea and said, "What a beautiful morning. On mornings like this, I used to take walks here with my sweetheart." Rizal was most likely referring to Leonor Rivera. On the record, therefore, she was the last lover mentioned by the hero before he died.
The 14-year-old maiden from Lipa City, Batangas was Rizal's first love. Unfortunately, his first love was engaged to be married to Don Manuel Luz y Metra, who also hailed from one of the prominent families in town. The romantic tale between Segunda and Rizal happened after Rizal's graduation in Ateneo Municipal. Rizal first saw her at a party in his grandmother's house in Trozo, Manila in 1877. He vividly described her in his Memorias de un Estudiante de Manila, written in 1881, as she was rather short, with eyes that were eloquent and ardent at times and languid at others, rosy cheek with an enchanting and provocative smile that revealed very beautiful teeth, and the air of sylph. Her entire self diffused a mysterious charm. It was truly love at first sight for the young Rizal. Although they had brief encounters, there was already an understanding of their feelings for each other. Rizal, however, knew from the very beginning that their story would not have a happy ending, for she was already engaged to someone.
Josephine Bracken was an Irish born in Hong Kong. While still in the Pitan, Rizal met Josephine. Rizal was physically attracted to her. His loneliness and boredom must have taken the measure of him, and what could be a better diversion than to fall in love again. Before the year ended in 1895, the couple had a child who was born premature. Rizal's sisters say the boy was named Peter. Others say he was named Francisco, after Don Francisco Mercado. Unfortunately, the child died a few hours after birth. Josephine and Rizal reunite for the last time at the latter's cells in Fort Santiago. On December 30, 1896, the couple were married in Catholic rites by Father Victor Balaguer 2 hours before Rizal's execution at Bagong Bayan.